talk about the competition, man. You got one going on tonight. I would like to kind of, Jared, I think we both have questions about how the first one went
This is
down.
my favorite stuff to talk about.
Yeah, so let's talk about it, man. Talk to me originally about how the idea even came to you to do this.
Yes.
So I see a lot of platforms doing their thing, and I'm an interviewer, and I'm interviewing hip hop and pretty much only hip hop artists, but I'll do other things too. And then they were freestyling on my show. I'm like, this is a big thing. But I look at the scheme of what I'm doing and who I'm working with, like Weasel, who is actually a 50% owner of the rap arena. Weasel owns 50%, I own 50%, so we're both 50-50 partners. I don't know if people know who Weasel is, but Weasel's an incredible videographer.
When we pulled up to your show, not to cut you off, they were doing like the camera work and stuff.
Dude,
right?
if you guys you watched the live stream, that shit looked like it could be on pay-per-view.
Yeah, no,
that shit
yeah.
looked like
Quality
it
was
like,
crazy.
It did. That live.
Shout out to Matty and Weasel. They're incredible. Without them, I wouldn't even be sitting here right now.
Yeah.
To be real with you, I would never won the platform of the year. No. They know how I work. Weasel knows how I work. Specifically, I've been working with him hand in and hand out for 3 years. He knows exactly my personality. I'm not easy to work with. I'm not. I'm just not.
Really? Okay.
I'm not easy to work with, but I'm easy to work with if you understand how to work with me.
Yeah.
So to him, I'm easy to work with. But to 99% of people, I'm not easy to work with because I'm the type of person where, like, bro, if I need my clips, I want them the next morning. I'm not waiting 2 weeks. I'm not waiting 3 weeks. I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I got to post. And then, like, I don't work off my producer's schedule.
Yeah.
They work off mine, bro. And Weasel understood that, like, what I'm doing, and he bought into what I'm doing. So because of that, we were able to really to work hard together. And I would make sure to bring him up. Now look what we're doing. So the 64 contestant tournament started. We had 27 performers. No one thought we can get all 27 on. I got 26 on. Okay, I could have got 27.
impressive.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
I could have got 27 on. The last one was mad because there wasn't too many people at the end of the night there. So I was like, okay, cool, you don't need to go on. I gave him his money back, whatever. So, like, but I had 26 out of 27. No one thought we can execute that. With having 64 contestant freestyle tournament. We did it all. And we all got executed. Pretty much I was like, you know what? Let's link with Bel Air. Bel Air got involved in it. Ross was promoting the hell out of it. Yeah. I'm like, let's give out 10,000 to a winner. Let's have a tournament. We brought in 64 contestants all throughout the country. A lot of them were here. I'd say 25 artists in Arizona. The rest were spread around the country. And to me, it was the most epic fucking event that's ever happened here in Arizona. I had 64 artists involved in different gangs that had problems with each other.
Yeah.
That have never been in the same room with each other.
Yeah.
And we didn't have one physical altercation. We didn't have one problem. And in a situation like that where you have 64 different... Tonight I have 6. I can control tonight.
Right.
I had 64 last time.
And you're adding a competitive nature to it. So they're
Adding-
going to
with
be
money
going
on
at
the
each
line.
other with money on the
Right.
line and alcohol.
Facts.
Like, that is a recipe
So,
for a bad thing
It
to
was,
happen.
we
And
had 20,
everything was copacetic.
We had 20 security guards there. We were very ready to go for any scenario.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any scenarios. So, like, that was great. And then we had all the drama that came with the tournament. So the right winner won. Deshaun Corey, everybody said, yo, Matt, you got the right winner. Yeah. Deshaun Corey won. Matter of fact, this whole Dylan Jacob, Chris Koch thing, more people told me Dylan Jacob won than Chris Koch. And I'm talking about more people here in this city.
Yeah.
Chris Koch knows that. Big Doobie, who was my Final Four contestant, he said that Dylan won.
Wow.
Quincy Scott was in the tournament. He said Dylan won. Deshaun Corey said Dylan won.
Wow. And he's the one who won it.
Right, he's the one who won.
Yeah.
So, but the problem with the Coke and Dylan situation is that Dylan went a cappella.
I remember, yeah.
And I'm taking the heat for this because I didn't let people know they could or couldn't. It wasn't a scenario that I thought of, bro, and I fucked that up.
Yeah, but
And out of all the rounds, it had to be the
Right,
Coke,
yeah, that
it had
was
to be
of
the
all
Coke
of them.
versus Dylan. Like,
Yeah.
it probably would have slid in a different round. No one would even talked about it, right?
Yeah.
But that round specifically, and Coke used that against me. And at the end of the day, I get it. You want to be on the same playing field? Cool. So it was serious, bro. Not only that, like Chris was betting Dylan in the venue, and Chris's friends were betting Dylan and his friends thousands of dollars. Ooh. So then you get into did Matty rig it? You know what I'm saying? There's money on the line. Did Matty rig it? Well, you had 3 judges there. I can promise you over everything. The event wasn't rigged. I mean, that's a fact.
I didn't get the vibes it was.
No,
If
you
it was
get that
rigged,
at
first of all,
all.
like, I
No.
wouldn't rig it for Deshaun Corey.
Right, yeah, I mean, no offense.
no.
No offense to Deshaun Corey.
But
yeah,
I mean,
get
like,
what you're saying.
he earned it. What I'm saying is this: like, I didn't know who Deshaun Corey was.
Yeah.
So and I've said this to him before. He won it because he earned it. We didn't rig it. He won it because he fucking earned it.
Yeah,
It's even
yeah.
better. You know what I'm saying? He won it because he earned it. But like, if I rigged it for Dylan, why didn't Dylan win the whole thing? Right? Like, why didn't he win the whole thing? It made no sense. And I've been open about this. I liked Coke's verse better that night. I thought Coke had a great night.
Yeah,
I was rooting for Coke to win it. Personally, I wanted Coke to win that night. So for me, I was kind of sad about it anyways. Like, just because I liked Coke's verse better. Dylan's my friend though, so then that adds the controversy. I'm tight with Dylan, so it adds the controversy into it all. I get it. And people didn't like the judges' decisions. My manager was a Judge Jeter. Then we had Lex, who's Ross's good friend, and then and he owns a promotional company. Then we had Larry from Lolo's. Dude, he owns restaurants in Arizona.
Yeah.
He voted Dylan right away.
Yeah.
He was Dylan immediately. So it caused problems. The acapella thing was an issue. Then me and Coke were like this leading. I told him I loved him, and I'm like, "Yo, Coke, I love you, bro. I'm wishing you the best. Like, gonna
Yeah.
Friendship
Yo, bro, I love
way,
you,
yeah.
homie. I'm
Bro to
wishing you.
bro.
Yeah.
This is a big night for you, bro." And we were building each other up. Like, yo, I was pushing Chris Coke hard. Chris Coke won the freestyle of the year on my show the year before. Like, Chris Coke was locked into Matty Ice show. We were locked in. We don't follow each other to right now. Before we're not even following each other on gram. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that right now. I decompressed. I went to Vegas for a little bit, and then I put together this whole situation that we're doing tonight. And it was not easy. They're getting paid. Coke's getting paid. Dylan's getting paid. We're doing the pay-per-view tonight, the raparena.com, $9.99. 50% of the winnings is going to Coke and Dylan. So they get a back-end bag, too. Wow. So every time somebody purchases a pay-per-view, $5 is going to the Rap Arena, $5 is going to the winner of Dylan and Coke.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So we're generating money for them as well. Everything's in contract. Coke has signed a contract.
Nice.
Everything's in contract. Yeah. So then we brought in Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty is the only judge.
Shout out Rum Nitty too, man.
Yeah.
For those of you who know, dude, like,
Right. Rum Nitty is one of the biggest battle rappers in the country.
Yeah.
He's co-signed by Drake as well.
Oh, I did not know that.
And I talked to Rum today, and he said, "Let's make history. This will be in the hands of Rum Nitty. I'm not talking to him tonight. I'm staying far away from the judging table."
Won't even be going up to the table.
And we're doing this 3 rounds a cappella only. So this,
so it's all acapella.
all acapella.
For Push and Chevy
everybody.
too?
So what's going to be crazy about this too, bro, is that the last event, these artists were preparing for like everybody, and they're preparing for their own bars. Coke and Dylan and these guys, they're preparing for Coke and Dylan.
Yeah, they're exactly.
So tonight it's going to be blood. Because
Nice.
this is going to be, yo, I know who the fuck I'm seeing. I know I'm going to be seeing you for a month. Yeah. It's on. And the biggest part about this is you have Coke who represents what he represents. And you have a 21-year-old curly hair white dude who looks like Justin Bieber and Eminem combined who's trolling him.
Yeah.
And not letting it go. And who everything Coke says, Dylan's coming right back with, well, you're 32 years old and I'm giving you an opportunity and this and that, and let's call it what it is. I mean, Dylan is a big-time star. He was on The Four at 16 years old being judged by Diddy and Khaled. He's been on big national shows.
Did not know that.
Did not know that.
Yeah, do your research on Dylan Jacob. I mean, he was on, do you know the show The Four with Diddy and Khaled?
Yeah.
He won second place, Dylan Jacob.
Jeez,
Yeah,
whoa.
he was judged by Diddy and Khaled. He's been through this. He's been on Fremont Street since he's been 13 years old rapping.
Oh, that's
so
funny,
Dylan's
Fremont Street.
he's 21, but he's been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah. Wow.
So he's not somebody to take lightly, and he's lyrical, and he studies words and how to use them, and he knows what he's doing. And he told me tonight, Matty, I'll beat him 10 out of 10 times.
Whoa.
10 out of 10
cojones,
times.
dude,
That's the Deion
cojones.
Sanders confidence too. It's like you're not overly aggressive with it, but you're just unshakably confident in yourself.
Yeah.
He said I'll beat him 10 out of 10 times, dude. So tonight, like, I don't know what I'm going to see tonight.
That's gonna be my question. What do you think's gonna happen? Because one thing I do kind of want to address too is I've seen the videos, the recent ones that between Dylan and Chris that have gone back and forth. I get the sense that Chris is like what he says about almost like kind of like attacking him. Like I'm like, is he really gonna do that? Do you get that vibe, or do you think?
Let me ask you this first. Who do you think won the battle?
So from what I saw, I understand why the crowd was going for Chris.
Okay.
I get that at local. The acapella thing.
Lyrically, who do you think won the battle?
I probably have to go Chris Coke. If I was going lyrical, I personally probably would have went that way. But the setting, how it played out, Dylan was smart in what he did, man. And
So
I don't know.
I think lyrically, actually, Dylan got him. But
Okay.
I will say this: I think lyrically. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Lyrically, I think Coke. I don't know, man.
It's
Some of
hard.
the shit-
Just being like from like a just like a
Honestly,
cadence
though,
and
some of the
flow
shit Dylan was saying, though, bro,
standpoint.
I like Chris Coke's verse better, but I can see where it can go the other way.
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
Dylan's delivery though.
Here's the problem that Coke ran into, and I told Coke this. When I saw Coke at bars on 985, he was aggressive and gangster. In your face, like, I'm fucking
that
here.
I feel like that's his approach generally.
He did not do that to Dylan. In the other rounds, he was more in your face. With Dylan, he kind of backed up a little bit, which I thought was strange. Dylan was the aggressor. Dylan was grabbing his chain.
He went up to him.
Dylan was touching him. He was was in his face. And I think that
Ballsy move. Dude.
I think
That's a battle rap.
The
That's-
shock value of that is what bought the judges. I think if Coke tonight is going to be right in Dylan's face and little boys him and gangsters him tonight,
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a whole different thing for Dylan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my take on it. I
No,
think
that's cool.
I
I
think
totally
Coke
see
needs
that.
to come with that energy tonight, and I think that will change the narrative. That's my. But Dylan's coming with that same energy too.
Yeah.
And
That's cool.
the thing what's scary with this to me with Dylan is Dylan's really good a cappella. And as we saw, and Dylan had 500 people yelling "Coke, Coke, Coke" during his.
I know, I
battle.
did that. That had to be intimidating.
That's not happening tonight.
Right, right.
So tonight, like he's gonna be able to really fucking go in tonight,
yeah.
without any distractions.
Yeah.
So that's another win for. Now, have we thought about this? Well, if Coke wins tonight, is there a trilogy? So if Coke wins tonight,
That's an easy sell, Kyle.
You're turning into Dana White of rap out here, dude. It's sick.
if Coke wins, that's what we're trying to get to.
I love it. I
If,
love that.
if Coke wins tonight, do we do the trilogy at Matty Ice Fest? That's a question in my own head. I'm thinking, I'm already thinking that.
Yeah.
If Dylan wins tonight, I don't think there's really anything else to talk about. And also, like the other dynamic of this is we're doing this pay-per-view. So like, like I could have easily rented out a venue and had this whole thing done.
No, this ain't no UFC fight. We're talking about a hip hop rap battle contest on
pay-per-view.
pay-per-view. Who has done
If
that?
you go to the raparena.com, you can purchase the event and literally see it live, HD, right like we're right there. So like tonight, pure entertainment to watch this tonight. And I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I have no clue who's gonna win.
Right.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I don't know anything tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm going into this blind too, bro, and it makes me a little nervous. So,
Yeah.
so I'm going to this blind. And a lot of people don't like me that are coming. They think a lot of people, Coke's people don't necessarily fuck with me. But Coke knows this. At the end of the day, he went viral. He picked up 7,000 followers on Instagram in 2 weeks from this.
7,000.
Well, he went viral. We posted his video on TikTok, and we had 1 million views. And then Foo's Gone Wild posted it. And all
Oh,
the-
yeah, dude. I
Oh,
saw
we
the
did
Food's
see the
Gone
Food's Gone
Wild.
Wild. Yeah,
That was-
yeah,
So he
yeah.
got picked up from all these blogs. This is what the Rap Arena can do. And this is why the Rap Arena is so valuable. He knows this. He's getting blown up for features right now, and he's viral.
Yeah.
Coke's viral.
Yeah.
Chris Coke is the best artist in Arizona.
Wow.
You're hearing that
Bold
right?
statement.
That's a
people.
bold statement.
You
Man.
heard
That is strong. Yeah.
Chris Coke is the best artist in Arizona. Chris Coke is everything Arizona's been waiting for to pop. He's a Mexican rapper. Arizona's very inclined to Mexican rappers here. He's from here in Arizona. He can fucking flow. And he can really rap, and he can freestyle, and he can make a quality song, and he's talented. And his wordplay is amazing. Chris Coke there's no argument. There is no number.
Right.
He is the number one rapper in Arizona right now.
Wow.
So tell me, like, I mean, obviously tonight's a big night, but what would you say, like, your overall goal is with these competitions, or is this a direction that you think you want to head in now with these? Talk to us about that.
Dude, I'm absolutely loving what we're doing right now. Like, dude, like what you just said, the Dana White of the UFC, that would be the dream,
That's
right?
a sick.
That's what I'm trying. That's the dream of what I'm trying
Yeah.
to put together here for rap with the
Yeah.
Rap Arena, TRA. So that's what we're trying to put together. The same concept. We're trying to bring that to rap. We're trying to have a league where we league
yes.
where we rank
Yes.
artists.
I was thinking about the league
and they're
for
getting
sure.
paid.
Yeah.
We're doing all that, so they're getting paid. Join the Rap Arena. Chevy Gang Cass is somebody we're looking to sign.
Shout out Chevy
Yeah,
Gang. We
shout
got
out
him
Chevy.
coming up
We got
next
him coming
year.
up.
Chevy Gang Cass is he's coming up right now. We're looking to sign him. So he's doing some stuff. He can rap. We're about the rappers. We're about the words. So he's somebody. He might be a main event. He's just shouted out Deshaun Corey. So if he wins tonight, I can see a Deshaun Corey and Chevy battle coming. So if he called them out, and that would be a great battle. So if he wins tonight, we can kind of see that coming up.
So you're already like forecasting these.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
that's
I'm
it's
just thinking
smart,
about,
dude. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not putting.
That's a marketing.
I'm
You're
thinking,
marketing,
bro.
though.
If Chevy wins tonight, what would be next? You know, and he called out Deshaun Corey, but Chevy has to win tonight to earn that spot.
Yeah.
He loses to Push tonight, and again, Push is a final.
Push is a real battle rap. If you
Yeah,
know
Push
about
your luck.
Push Your Luck, he's the
Yeah.
real deal.
He is. No, he is. And Chevy's been really on his head. So I don't know what's gonna happen there either. I actually thought Chevy won that round against Push in the last tournament. I thought he was more lyrical, but
thought so,
the judges were also really gauging off of, are you really freestyling or not too. Tonight there will be no excuses because Rum Nitty is the master. I know Dylan's extremely prepared for this. I can tell you this: Dylan's not fucking around tonight.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
dude,
not sitting there working on his My
coming-
Player right now.
He's driving 5 hours away.
Yeah.
Back to a state that hates him. They hate him here. Truly.
Wow.
They don't fuck with him here. You know, after which has happened.
Yeah.
He's coming back and he doesn't give two fucks. And I think that that's special in itself. If I were to look at it, I would say this would be a great night to be Chris Coke's night. Here we are in your state again. Here we are with a judge who knows you. That doesn't matter because Rum's only going to go off of the raps tonight. But he knows him. And I told Dylan too, and this is common sense. Like, Dylan, if you leave this super close, you can't leave this close tonight. You're in Arizona and you got a judge that knows Coke. if you leave this 50-50, it probably is going to go to the home guy, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
So you got to make it to where you come in there and literally put him to the ground.
That's like fighters run into that, it's like there's
You gotta
guys
knock
where
him
it's
out.
like if here's a title fight and a beloved champion, it's like you better beat his ass if it goes to
And
decision.
Dylan
It
knows
has
that.
to be
And
obvious.
see, that's what scares
Yeah.
me tonight. Dylan knows this. So he knows he's prepared for that too. So he knows this. And Coke also knows like Dylan really can do this.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen tonight. And then, Quincy Scott would be somebody I look at winning tonight as well. Quincy can rap. So the whole goal for this thing is to literally, I think we've had offers already. We've had people that have come in and like some investors that have
Had a feeling.
Man.
So we've
Had
had
a
some,
feeling.
we've had some investment offers, but we also don't know what our worth is yet. So we don't even want to take anything. We don't know yet. So right now we're living. I'm losing money tonight. Promise you.
If it ain't broke,
It's an
don't fix it.
investment,
Listen,
though, yeah.
but this is what you're building towards.
Facts.
You already know that the
We're losing
and
thousands
this is
of dollars
crazy.
tonight. So when people hit me up like, oh no, we're losing money tonight. That's okay because we're gonna make it up on our platform. Like, look, we just got 1 million views on TikTok and all this stuff.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
we're making it up in other ways.
That counts. It's
So
attention. It's
we're-
the currency these days. It's attention.
We're building our brand. We're rebranding tonight. We're introducing our new logo tonight. And we think in a year that this is going to be a major play. Like, bro, even like we just did the face off where we had Koken. But bro, like this can be sold to networks. There's so many different
Yeah,
things you can
yeah.
do with this whole concept.
That's when you said the league.
Reality TV. It's a reality TV.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, look at what they have with not the WWE's scripted, so I don't want that comparison. But in the same way, they have heels and heroes and villains.
Right.
In that they have heels and heroes. And then you look at like sports and stuff. Like if you turn that into a league, the sort of offshoots of content and other things that you can do from that, it's crazy because then each one has their own brand and their image within the league, and then
sure.
you can put them in a show as they get more popular. That helps you. Like,
And
man.
artist recognition, like this is big for artists, bro. Like I can't even stress how even for Chevy, like this is big for these guys. Like Chevy wins tonight, you guys are talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like
Facts.
so, like this is we're offering a platform that no other platform can really provide right now.
Yeah.
Like and plus how we're like even tonight the studio we rented from, the attention to detail that we're putting into this. We're not just getting 2 video cameras and putting it in your face and battling. No,
Yeah.
we are fucking doing a lot more than that.
Dude, just hearing you talk about it, like
Fired
just
up.
the way you look at things it's obvious why you're succeeding, but it's just cool because like there was controversy and there was a lot of stressful stuff that probably went down at and immediately
What
after
are we? 2
that
months
show.
after? What's today? Today is the 21st.
About that, yeah.
Okay, so August 19th, September, October. So we're 62 days after the event, and here we are today. with
And
the
you've
new-
already reloaded another event.
It took a month to settle the dust.
Yep.
It was the worst 2 weeks of my platform in the history of the Matty Ice show. Those 2 weeks after the event, just a lot of. This was real, bro.
Yeah.
This Chris Coke Matty Ice thing was not like this. Was as real as it gets, bro.
You could tell.
It was
You
real.
could tell.
There was no fake shit there. I'm comfortable now with him. But it was real, and you gotta. There's a lot of emotions in the line. Now I'm happy that we were able to get here because, to be honest with you, he deserves that. Coke deserves to have that battle on an even playing field with Dylan.
Yeah.
And especially it sucks for me because here you are. You hear me saying, "Yo, Chris Coke's the best in Arizona." I support Chris Coke. Here I am, like, bro. I would. That's like the guy that I want to see go crazy.
Yeah.
And I had problems with him for no reason.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm on
yeah.
his side. So tonight, I'm interested to see what happens. If he loses, he'll deserve to lose. If he wins, he'll deserve to win.
Facts.
If it's a trilogy, we gotta add Blind Fury to the judges panel
Oh,
too. That'd be
shit.
fire,
Blind
dude.
Fury,
Yeah.
Dude, if we do the and then for the Matty Ice Fest coming up, we got Baron Davis as a judge,
I saw that.
Oswin
Dude,
Benjamin,
that's-
and
that's awesome.
Jared
That's
David BD.
Dude,
and
that's
Rum Nitty.
dude. That's when they had that's when the Warriors had the
Yeah.
old
When he dunked
mascot
on
dude.
Karolinko, yeah.
Yes, dude.
Matty, listen, we've had a great conversation, man. We appreciate you coming. One thing I think maybe we can kind of end on is I've heard you say that in the past you feel like, or maybe even now, that people put narratives on you, right? And with all you've accomplished at this point, man, and everything you got going on, what do you say to that type of shit, man? Talk to me about that.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw that too. The day after the event, they accused me of saying the N word.
I did see that.
yeah.
Yeah,
we did
yeah.
say, yep.
And that's some people out here that will never be associated with me again out here, that will never be able to be in any of my events or have to do anything with me. And I mean that to the day I die.
Yeah.
If you put a narrative on me, and I was called to forgive it, no, I don't forgive that.
Yeah.
There's
lines.
There's lines, and that was dangerous line because I had people calling me, threatening me like, "Hey, white boy, you're using that word."
Yeah.
And people that I love and respect unfollowed me for it because they didn't really listen to it. Here's the thing with that. One, I was live. It was the most people I ever had in my life. I had 220 people in my live. But one thing that's never come out of my mouth is that word, ever.
Yeah.
So when Weasel called me in the morning, he's like, there's a blog saying this shit. I'm like, I went to the video. I'm like, this is a joke. I'm like, first of all, I was live. I'm like, if I said that while I was live, with 220 people on live, they're gonna cook me in my live.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I'm gonna get cooked. Right. I'm gonna get cooked. So they tried to do something, and then the best part is the blog who posts it says Matty allegedly said it. You're posting the video and you're saying I allegedly said it.
That's not reporting.
So then what I did is Bryce Breeze.
Shout out Bryce Breeze.
And me and Bryce, I wound up respecting Bryce and Merkham's 50 times more. And I'll never forget it because Bryce was one of my first calls that morning and say, Matty, you didn't say it. And that was right after the tournament when Merkham's didn't enter and there was kind of like a little bit of a rift there. Bryce and Merkham's listened to them. You didn't say it.
And they actually called you.
That's crazy,
like 8
dude.
in the morning.
Yo.
I got a call from Bryce at 8 in the morning. And
Shout out
Mercedes.
Bryce Breeze for that,
Yeah.
man.
And dude, I was crying.
Yeah, well, that would mean a
So I
lot
was
to
on the phone.
you.
I was crying to Bryce on the phone.
Yeah.
Legit.
Wow.
You know, not like, I had tears in my
Yeah,
eyes.
Yeah,
dude, it's
yeah.
emotional
Yeah,
I was
times.
fucking bothered by
It's
it.
your life, dude. And
One,
it's
it
a
was
big
after
thing.
that, and one, like, they tagged Ross and they tried to, like, spin this whole thing about me, and it wasn't true.
Yeah.
If it was true, cook me. I'm done. Right? But it wasn't true. And Bryce made me feel a lot better about that because he is somebody that's respected here in the state.
Facts.
Yeah.
And listen, man, I think, Matty, at this point, with all you've done, like, I think you've done enough in your career to earn that respect, right? And again, for you to get the calls from Bryce Breeze, I mean, that had to make you feel good.
At a
I mean,
time
you're
when
not-
we were not, there was a little, like, it was the day after the tournament. Like, Merkham's didn't enter. He could have easily said, ooh, this is great.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
fuck
This
those
is great.
guys.
Look
Yeah.
at now this Merkham's thing looks even better. Now look at Matty. There's times in life when people's principle and character show.
Yeah.
Right. And even if it's not for their best interest.
Right.
And that was one of those moments.
Yeah. And it usually looks like them putting bullshit aside to do the right thing.
Yeah,
And that's like,
that was
he
one
was
of those
seeking
moments.
the truth there.
Even if we're not so tight, there's respect for both of us.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I would say he's locked in with like more pod, like Bootleg Kevin, those guys.
Yeah.
Do I think he should have entered the tournament? Yeah, because bro, we could be potentially talking about Merkham's on the card tonight.
I mean, yeah, he'd go He would go crazy.
Yeah,
He would
Like,
go absolutely
and
crazy.
he's coming tonight, but like he should be rapping.
Yeah. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, from Bel Air to Rick Ross to podcasts to some of the biggest and coldest interviews to hip hop contests, pay-per-view. Listen, this man is doing things no one else in Arizona has ever done. Matty, send us off, man. What can we expect? Talk to us about how you want to send off, brother.
So listen, you guys heard it here. First of all, I appreciate you guys within range. I've been seeing you guys everywhere. I'd say when I came in here off camera, I said these guys have the biggest platform in Arizona right now.
Yeah,
With
appreciate it.
doing interviews based on your guys' how your content gets rolled out. You guys are consistent. You guys are interviewing a lot of people here in the state. So you guys are doing your thing, and that's why when you guys DM me immediately, I'm like, I got to do this.
Thank you.
We had to make this happen. Wasn't easy, but we made it happen. And I'm just gonna let everybody know, like, my whole thing is now, yes, the Matty Ice show is still going on. People have been asking me, am I still running interviews? Yes. When I get my home-based studio, I'm gonna be going crazy again. We're gonna be doing freestyles and the interviews and all that. But right now, I'm really focused on the rap arena. I'm really focused on bringing something new to the culture that hasn't really been done in a league way. So when I look at rappers, I want you to think about it as like you're an athlete, but you're a rapper.
Yeah.
So athletes get paid to go around on the field. Well, you're going to get paid in the rap arena to rap, but you got to earn it. So a lot of these undercards, by the way, they're paying to get on.
Wow.
Cool. Pay to get on. Let's see what you can do.
Correct.
We might have a contract offer for you.
Earn it.
You got to earn it. You got to earn it. So the anxiety now kicks in.
Yeah. Hey, a few hours away from showtime, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode of Within Range Podcast. Matty, thank you for coming on. This was an honor, brother.
Love. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man.
Love. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro. It was awesome.
Hey, Bravo, this bitch fake decent.